Welcome to your love reading. Let's take a look and see what is happening. Okay, we have one last chance here. All right, in the oracle energy. One last chance. Let's see what Spirit is wanting to talk about with this chance that's being given here. We do have regret also, and we have not the right time. So that is a very interesting vibration. One last chance, regret energy, and not the right time. Okay, someone here is deeply processing something, not ready to expose themselves here. We do have haunted as well. So we're going to take a look and see where Spirit wants to take us with this energy. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Alrighty. So we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Magician, the Four of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Hermit, the Devil, the King of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Overall energy is the Fool here. Okay, so definitely a new beginning that showed up. This is a lot of like reflective energy. So this is very strong Mercury energy here with the Hermit. Okay, this is everything that's being processed at this time. Right next to it we have the Devil here. So there is definitely a lot of intense thoughts, right, as we go with this. There is intense thoughts, there's intense reflective energy. There's a lot of that going on here. So this connection, you know, somewhat is stuck in the echo of timing. Right? There's a stuck energy here, right? Things aren't really moving, but let's see what Spirit wants us to know. And, you know, there's love here, right? There's been love in this energy. We have Cups here. There's also a lot of delay, as we could see, especially with that Hermit vibration there. So there is delay. There's a Magician, okay? So I feel like someone's soul is definitely haunted, as they showed us earlier, but they're not sure what to say, right? And Spirit is watching all of this. Spirit is observing, and Spirit is giving one last window. One last window, right? Before fate completely decides for them, right? And that happens a lot, and I feel like that's exactly what's happening here. The Seven of Pentacles energy here, I was patient. You were patient. They were patient here, right? Devoted vibration. I like this energy. I want to see where it goes. I'm planting my seeds here, but again, things aren't blossoming, right? Things aren't moving, but I'm still having faith. I'm going to have faith. When it comes to your person here, obviously they were able to see, feel, observe your worth here, but a lot of movement in slow motion. I mean, you know, they felt like this was a good investment, right? And look at the bottom here. We have resistance here, Taurus energy here, Libra, Cancer. Someone here was very resistant in terms of moving or like picking things up, right? They're not picking anything up, but I feel like there's a bigger purpose in this reading. There's a bigger reason why they weren't moving. It has nothing to do more so with what you may think. You know, this is someone here that definitely feels or felt like time is infinite. Like, you know, time is infinite. I got all the time in the world here. And Spirit is somewhat whispering in their ear, like, this isn't about waiting. This is about self-worth. Ooh, I like that. So for some of you that feel like, wow, I've been waiting for this, Spirit is actually testing your self-worth, but that's a whole different story. So we have the Magician here. This person, you know, very, very tricky energy, not malicious, but tricky energy, right? You weren't able to read them. You weren't able to pinpoint things. You weren't able to really understand. Why are you taking so long? Why are you acting this way? Why are you breadcrumbing? Why are you treating this connection like that? Like, why are you doing that, right, to this connection? So it could have been like juggling energy. Like one minute they were good, the next minute things were off, and you're just like, all right, here we go with this again, right? But because we have something very nice, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, because I don't really think you're a bad person. And I feel like you've tried everything, manifestations, affirmations, right? All those good things, silence. softness, you know, passion, all of it. You tried all of it. But I just feel like some of you are even thinking, like, what do I need to do so this person could realize what this is? And they've already confessed that they could see and understand that this is a very powerful connection, right? That this is not like a one-sided energy, especially with that regret here. It's more so like, what do I need to do to get this person to see that this is powerful, and also to see that I typically don't have patience for things like this, right? For some of you that are watching, your patience is, and it probably is stemming from your Chiron energy, your patience is not typically long like this. All right. So that's how you know there's something that you're supposed to learn from this situation. And you know, this person comes in aware of your power, terrified of it. You're connecting with someone that is extremely terrified of your power, the power that you have over them, the power that you have over their emotions, right? I know that if I were to completely surrender, I would lose it. I would lose it here. Okay. And that's one of the things that I feel like they're running from. And I feel like spirit started to see the manipulation, started to see the games that were coming in, whether it was from you or your person. Spirit started picking up on the manipulation, and I feel like spirit started beginning to like block the two of you. Like, all right, there's games here. Have you ever seen like a boxing match, and like they're just constantly hugging each other and playing around? They're not really doing it, and then the referees like separate this. Like, I feel like this was like separated by spirit. Spirit's like, there's a lot of ping pong going on here. Let's just separate this whole thing. One person is, you know, humiliating themselves. The other person's playing in their face, right? This person's self-worth has gone down the drain. This person is afraid of love. Let's just completely separate them because they don't understand the value of this. So separation came in for some of you here. The Four of Cups in the past also, there was a lot of disappointment. Some of you started becoming extremely disappointed in this person. Okay, maybe you talked about it. Maybe you didn't. Okay. Ooh. You started feeling like you were not a priority. Like, you started questioning, like, is this person with someone else? Is this person not really interested? Are they having an affair? Like, is this person just having fun with me here? Like, the disappointment came in seriously. Leo energy, Capricorn energy, Pisces also. Someone here is like, what's happening? There's no way that this person is treating this connection like this. No way. Okay? And I feel like they were in their avoidance stages, right? They were avoiding intimacy, and they were avoiding, this person is so afraid of like being seen, like taking accountability, things like that. Like, they were avoiding it. Like they were pretending to offer you like love, but the actions weren't matching up, right? Something wasn't matching up. Something wasn't matching up here. And I feel like spirit comes in and it's like, this is their test and they failed it. Someone failed some sort of test here. So spirit pulled you back into yourself for your protection. Spirit's like, come here. Let me deal with this person for a minute, because the way that you're being treated, I know maybe you don't see it, but come. And you're like, no, I want to go back for more. Spirit's like, get here now. Right? It's like for those that have children, like your kids may not see how their friend is a bully, and you're like, come home now. They're like, no, I want to stay at Josh's. And you're like, come home. And they come home and they're crying like, oh, I want to hang out with my friend. Yeah. So present moment here, 9 of Cups. I love this energy. Look at the breadcrumbing. 9 of Cups. You're glowing. Present in the present energy. You're glowing. You're peaceful. You're taking care of yourself. You may view this person as glowing as well. Okay. A lot of watching each other going on. I'm watching them. I'm thinking about them. I'm wondering what they're doing. They're traveling. I'm wondering who they're with. But like, there's this watching energy, and it's like we're both watching things on the surface, and we're both wondering why, how are you so happy without me, so to speak here. So there's watching energy, and I feel like they see your energy returning, and for some reason it's like you know, they hate the fact that you don't think about them as much. You don't call them as much. You don't reach out as much. And they're asking themselves, you know, especially during this retrograde, did I lose the one thing that I manifested? Did I? And I feel like this is the moment where Spirit designed this exactly to tempt someone back, or to tempt someone to reach out here. Not reward them, but to tempt them, to make them feel like, oh, look what you're missing. But at the same time, Spirit's like, okay, yes, look what you're missing. Look how amazing this person is. Look how they're doing. But have you really like evolved or changed your ways, or like, have you truly changed, or you just hate the silence? Ooh, that's a great question to ask yourself. Like, have I really changed, or do I hate the silence? Have I changed, or do I just hate the silence? Have they changed, or do they hate the silence? The Hermit energy here. All right, the Hermit coming in. So we've withdrawn, right? That's that Mercury energy here. I don't feel like this withdrawal is more so like a pride thing. I feel like this withdrawal is like, okay, we need time for clarity. Some of you are going to start, and I've been saying this for a couple of weeks here. Some of you may start to realize your patterns in love. Oh, look at the bottom of the deck. Yes, there's manipulation. I feel like there's manipulation in the air, but just make sure you're not manipulating yourself. Like, and I know sometimes there's like this fog, especially when you have feelings. There's just fog. For those that are interested, or you feel like, okay, HannLavie, help me out to figure out where this connection's going. What is this person thinking? Why was this person brought into my life here? Am I even their type? That's the main question I feel like I've been getting in readings, which I'm so happy people have been asking me that. Am I their type? And if so, or if not, how do I show up once this person returns? Because there's a return. There's a return. Even if you're sitting next to them, there's an emotional return. How do I show up? Because Spirit is testing us. Are we really changing, or are we like the silence? Because if it's just about silence and you go back, you're going to have another 4, 3, 2 rounds of silence again. You have to change the way that you're approaching relationships. Ask Spirit, when you're getting readings and you're asking like readers, like, how can I show up differently here in order to have a better outcome in my love life? How do I show up better? How have I been showing up, and how do I show up better? And somebody that's reading you deeply with Spirit is going to tell you. And then you could save money on therapy. Definitely. Okay, so again, the Hermit energy. This is reflection. So we're all reflecting right now. Right? We're cleaning. We're decluttering. We're taking care of our bodies. We're getting rest. We're resting our minds. We're finishing up things that we didn't finish up because we were, in rolling and bumping in October, and now it's time to really buckle down. We have a month left in the year. A month left. A month left, right? Let's buckle down and change. All right. So your person here, they feel the void with the Hermit, right? They feel the void. And this is not the greatest time. If you take a look at this, this is not the greatest time to do anything too outlandish, like anything too crazy. This wouldn't be the greatest time to do that. This is more of a time of, let me reflect. Let me receive from the universe right now. Okay? Whoever this is, I'll tell you right now, this is someone here that Spirit is like, no. I want you to reflect. So if they used to hang out and go out and, meet new people, this is not what they're doing right now. Okay? This is not what you're doing right now. Spirit is saying this is time for you to reflect. So, and also there is someone here also, I don't know who it is, if it's you or your person, someone here, they're not even wanting to hear Spirit. They're like, stop. And Spirit's like, oh, okay. Don't listen to me. All right. Now, with the devil energy, which is really interesting, it's a very interesting card to come in. I could say so much about that devil card. You know, I could really go in, but I want you to use your imagination. But that devil card, the devil wants your mind wrecked. The devil wants your self-esteem wrecked. The devil wants you distracted. The devil wants you insecure. The devil wants you fearful. The devil wants you to believe everything that you fear. The devil wants you to waste time. Your greatest gift, right? I'll just leave it at that. So this person, they could be still trapped in their patterns, okay? You could still be trapped in your patterns, like fear of intimacy, fear of rejection, fear of having standards, things like that. Like, someone here could still be in a space where they're trying to control the connection by staying detached, because it means like if I open up at some point, there may be a risk, okay? So someone here, right? Take it how it resonates. There's fear here. The lowest frequency in this realm. Fear. So just be very careful with this energy. For those that understand what I mean, I could go a little deeper into this, but you understand, right? If the devil's coming in here and stepping up, some people might come and say, oh, the devil's not a bad card. Okay. And I feel like Spirit is turning up the heat. Spirit is turning up the heat on somebody. Some of you don't notice it. It's so interesting how you're not, of course it's normal, right? The devil is turning up the heat on your person. Okay? This could be also Saturn energy coming in. And remember, Saturn disciplines through consequences. You know that, right? Okay? There's something that's happening here, and I really pray that this person really gets it together, because someone, or you or whoever, because it's like if you keep orbiting in this energy, you're going to miss out on a blessing. Time is already a blessing. We're already missing out on that, right? And I feel like Spirit is turning up the heat, not to really like punish anybody. Like, this is not more so about punishment. This is more so about like exposure. Like, I'm exposing you to your habits, your anxiety, like, to your, like, why do you still have anxiety? Right? Spirit is like, what's going on here? Like, are we ever going to address that? So Spirit comes in, turns up the heat in this connection. You're missing this person. You're thinking about this person. You're perspiring. This person's sweating it out too. They're stressed. They're scared. And Spirit's like, you guys don't feel that? You don't feel what this is doing to you? And this is actually, surprisingly, what actually brings in change. This heat. Look at the heat in that. Jeez. Right? So I feel like whatever silence is happening here, or whatever truth, or when you do sit in silence, the mirror becomes like very, very clear here. All right. And I like that energy. And I feel like this person, let's say you stop talking to this person, or there's like a gap. One of the greatest things about silence, right? That's why they put you in solitary confinement, right? You really start to sit with your behavior. Imagine the people in solitary confinement for 6-7 months or whatever it is. Oh, maybe longer, right? I don't know. But they're sitting in there and they're sitting with their behavior. They're thinking about everything in there. They don't have anyone to blame. Who are they going to blame? The person that's texting them and begging them to come back? No. There's no ego rub here. Okay. So moving into like the future energy here, King of Wands comes in. There you go. It's like rising to power. Rising to power here. You're no longer waiting the same way. You're no longer shrinking, right? It's more like a magnetic energy here. I do feel like your person, maybe they want to meet up with you. Maybe they want to talk, right? There is a little bit of passive energy that's sort of breaking slightly, Okay. It's breaking slightly. Slightly. All right. And I feel like Spirit is now testing someone with urgency. I feel like it's your person. Let me clarify that. Like Spirit's like, okay, now that you've realized everything that happened, let's see, what's the truth here? Thank you. Okay. So this is someone here that may travel to you or may come to you or may come and speak to you. It's like they're speaking to you. There's more of like a devoted tone. There's more of a devoted tone. There's more of a urgency. Like I just, like even with that Knight of Swords, it's like there's more of a urgency here. They'll start to show you a different side of them here. So you may get a message. This is a message, Knight of Swords. It's a message. It's unexpected. It's bold. It's rushed. It's here. It could be eye contact. It's a message. It's a, hey, it's light though. It's a light message, but it's there. It's a, I miss you, right? It's a, how are you? I'm checking on you. It's something here. I don't want to lose you. There's something here that's like, oh, my phone went off. There goes that person. I just get a panic energy though. This is more like panic, if anything. Like I'm panicking. Like I'm panicking to tell you something. I'm rushing to tell you something. And the truth is, I've been sitting with this for a while, but I just didn't understand how to express it, what to do with it. But this is not really a gift, though. This is not like, oh, yay, they text me, everything's all perfect. I'm not really getting that. I'm not really feeling that. I'm feeling like this is like a test of alignment more than a reconciliation. And one of the biggest tests here is if this person chooses to come with confusion and not clarity, they lose you, right? And if you choose to respond with confusion, fear, anxiety, yeah, we go into the, now we could press the reset button and completely start this cycle over again. And gosh, could you imagine starting the cycle again? It's a lot. It's very draining. It could be very draining energy also, like trying, it's like, okay, Spirit's like, we're going to, pull you guys apart and we're going to do this again. And then the moment where we have to check alignment and the moment we have to check boundaries, we completely just collapse. This person comes in joking around, being immature, that collapses everything, or vice versa. Okay. The Queen of Wands also, I like this energy. You have never looked more self-assured, like empowered. You've never looked like this before. And I feel like they're starting to realize, it's like they're starting to realize like this version of you isn't, well, it's different, but it's also, not easily won over. There's something about you that's different. There's a calmness about you. There's a relaxed energy about you that feels really good. That feels really different. It's like new energy. New energy from what they're used to. And it could be because of the vibration that they're coming into. You're just like coming in with as well. But there's something about you that's really calm. You're not stressing. You're not searching for closure or anything like that. And I feel like, with the Fool card over there, as we talked about it being at the bottom of the deck here, I feel like the story is starting over. You get one last chance. That's what they said. Right? But during the realms of regret, it may not be the right time, but we do get one last chance. We do get one last chance here. Okay, so it's starting over with awareness. That's what it's starting over with, right? Same souls. This is same souls, new rules. Deeper truth, one last chance. One last chance for us to actually make this right. If not, then we sort of go into this Five of Pentacles again, and we don't need that. We don't need that, okay? I love you. Everything that I've talked about, especially our journals, right? If you're interested in a PDF journal, 1111, it's going to be the 2026 journal, right? We have a month left. So right now we're focused on the 2026 journals, right? If you're wanting to get a head start, get a head start. Get a head start on mapping things out, showing up differently, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Have a beautiful one. Bye. I write, and I don't write because I have to. I do it because I deserve to move through life with clarity and also power. So this is where I pour my emotions, I reset my energy, and I decide who I'm becoming with each page. And there's 77 pages with self-care, financial goals, soul desires. It's all inside. I made this journal for those who want to manifest from their heart. So yours is waiting below. Enjoy it. Enjoy every minute of this journal.